Welcome back, everyone, and I'm here again with SBR contributor Jordan Sharp, and today we're going to be looking at how those odds have been acting up between the 7-3 Detroit Lions and the 8-2 New England Patriots. How you doing today, Jordan?
Doing good, Dax. Thanks for having me back.
It's my pleasure, my man. All right, so here's an interesting game. We've got the #1 ranked overall defense going up against the 7th best offense in the league and Tom Brady. But it gets a little bit more interesting when you look at the against the spread records, as both teams have been quite mediocre. I mean, Detroit has gone 5-5 against the spread, while the Patriots are just, 6-4, not that much better. Now, as for the odds, here's when it gets a little bit better. Now, the Pats were coming in favored by 7.5 points when the line opened. Now, if we look at the trends, we can actually see that they've gone 0-1 overall when being favored by 7 to 13 points. Now, as for Detroit, they don't really inspire much confidence either. They're 2-6 against the spread in their last 8 road games, so it's kind of really tricky one here, man. I mean, as for where do you actually think they will close? I mean, I believe that it won't move that much, especially since what we've seen so far.
Yeah, and it opens so late that it's going to be interesting to see if we see a lot of line movement or if we don't see any at all. Yep. I think probably I would guess that it's going to be the latter, just because it seems like because it took the lines to so much time to come out that the books pretty much nailed this one where it's going to be at the time of kickoff on Sunday. Two very good teams, but I think obviously New England has the advantage, and playing at home gives them even more of an advantage. So, it's 7 points with, depending on, they might mess with the juice. I think that might be the only way we see this one move. This is probably going to be one of my if not one of the best, definitely, could be the best 1 o'clock game, I think, by far, coming into Sunday. So it's probably going to have some action. It's going to be one that you're definitely going to want to watch as we go along the rest of this week and into the weekend, because this is going to be a game that could either, it really could go either way. Like I said, it could have a ton of movement. We could see it go back and forth, or it could stick right at 7 points. It's very even. We see a lot of wagers on either side, and we go into the game with a 7-point spread. Where do you think it's going to settle, Dax? Because I really can't get a handle on this one.
I mean, honestly, my man, I think that you're totally right. I mean, it could either bounce between 7 and 7.5 before kickoff goes off. I'm kind of thinking that it's just going to stay at 7. I really don't believe that hook is going to do much of a difference. I mean, granted, Detroit is a good defense and all, but, Tom Brady knows how to pick them apart, and he's shown it time after time, that he can take care of any type of defense that's thrown at him, and especially now that, they got LeGarrette Blount back, so that should be a great addition to the team, considering that, he was a really big factor last year when we saw him playing for the Patriots. So I'm kind of thinking that, they're going to start rolling a little bit easier, and with the line at 7, it kind of sounds like a bargain to me in this case.
I wouldn't know. I'm not going to disagree with you at all. I think the Patriots is playing some of their best football of the entire year right now, and I mean that's one of those things that we have to start looking at for teams that are starting to get hot. Because I identified the Patriots as one of those teams that I thought could win the AFC this season and win the Super Bowl, and they didn't start the year looking that way, but they've definitely crept their way back into the conversation over the last 4 to 6 weeks. So I would not at all disagree with you that the Patriots are likely a good play here at 7 points. The Lions, I think, are a good football team, but there's just something about them that I just don't trust. And I don't understand what it is. Maybe it's just because I'm a Bears fan and I've been conditioned to just not like the Lions. But in the end, you're right. I think if you're looking at this game at the whether it might move right or the line might move up or not before kickoff, go ahead and lay those 7 points right now, because if I had to guess, that's probably where the line's going to go if it does move at all before kickoff.
All right, man, I kind of think that I know where you're going with, with that lack of trust on the Detroit team. In this case, I believe it's just because they don't have that balance between the running game and that the passing game. And it's been something that's hurt them a lot because they're relying too much on Matt Stafford's arm and what Megatron and Golden Tate can do. So I believe that that's kind of where we're all looking at right now, that balance that they don't have. And they're going to go up against a Patriots team that's actually kind of starting to find that balance right now. So I'm thinking that that's where you're actually pointing to. Now, obviously, they're both good teams, and we should have a hell of a game, like you say. But those 7 points, it just looks like a gift to me. I mean, I'm thinking that the Patriots are just going to come in here and blow it off, especially considering the fact that they need to win this game because Miami's right on their tail, man.
Yeah, and Miami does have a tough game this week as well, and they know that. So I think they're probably looking at this as a good chance to assert their dominance once again. And as we know, Bill Belichick loves doing that every once in a while, just blowing teams out if he has the formula to do it. So I don't think that's going to happen in this game, but would not surprise me at all to see the Patriots win by 10, 12, 14 points potentially in this game.
Yep, I agree, man. All right, Jordan, as always, my man, it's a pleasure talking football with you, and I look forward to doing this again next week.
All right, Dax, thanks.
No problem. For SBR Picks, this is Dax Floyd.
The SBR Network offers free sports picks and game breakdowns, big money free betting contests year-round, a real-time Vegas-style odds monitoring service, and much more. So come see for yourself. To stay updated on SBR news and promotions, follow us on Twitter, Facebook, and Google+, and do be sure to subscribe to the Sportsbook Review YouTube channel to catch all our daily sports shows.